Babysitter's Little Sister, Karen's Sleepover. Bah, 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 bah. Help me! Help me! I'm lost! And a bear is after me! Grrr! Frolic. I'll save you! Hey, bear, go away! Shoo! She makes strange gestures with her hands, little white lines above her hands. The bear looks surprised. You can't say shoo to a bear. You can say shoo to a fly, or maybe even a cat or a small dog. Oh, yeah. What do you say to a bear? I'm not sure. My name is Karen Brewer. I am 7 years old. I sound like a man. These are my friends, Nancy and Hanny's Fanny. Today I'm going camping with my best friends, Hanny and Nancy Dawes. Well, I'm tired. I think it's bedtime. Who wants to see my armpit? And they stare at her armpit and then say, now that we've done that, we'll need to set up our sleeping bags. And they start gathering the hash browns that are left in the yard. They walk the hash browns, look like they're all walking over to the frying pan to cook the hash browns. But instead, they lay down 3 giant piles of hash browns. And they lay on the hash browns. It must have been very squishy. I wish we had real sleeping bags out here. That would be so, so cool. Look how big my mouth is. Oh my gosh. I have a real sleeping bag, but it's at my house. We have real sleeping bags too, but they're in our attic. The last time we used them was when Christy had a sleepover with real bears. Sleepovers sound like fun, even with a real bear. I've never ever been to one. Me neither, they both say. I bet you get to eat all sorts of great things at a sleepover, like maybe candy and hot dogs smothered with corn chips, and that sounds gross, but the sleeping bag part would be really fun. Yeah, candy and hot dogs. Do you think that we're too young for a sleepover? Of course not. 7 is old enough to do anything. Why, just yesterday I built a car. You can't even drive when you're 7. No, but I did build the car. And you could have a sleepover. And I'm going to have one. 1, not 2. Notice the number of fingers I have lifted. You are? Yes. Yes, I am. I will have one right here at Daddy's house. If Daddy and Elizabeth say I can. And now they all have their mouth opens. Ah! 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 Okay. Daddy's house is perfect for a sleepover party. It's very big and exciting. House. Wow! I have an H on my shirt for your dad's house. Mommy's house is much smaller and more quiet. Far fewer hash browns. Mommy and Daddy live in different houses because they are divorced. And now are married to different people. Daddy married Elizabeth, and Mommy married Seth. Daddy, Elizabeth, Shannon, Boo-Boo. What? Oh, I guess they got a dog and a cat, too. There's Mommy and Seth. Seth either has a beard or just finished eating a whole lot of chocolate. And they have Rocky and Midgie. Unfortunately, Rocky has no teeth. And Midgie, his tongue is too long for his body, and he can't get it back into his mouth. My brother Andrew and I spend most of our time at Mommy's house, but we live at Daddy's every other weekend, and for 2 weeks during the summer. Since Andrew and I live at 2 houses, I call us the Tutus. We have 2 of almost everything. 2 elephant toys, 2 nostrils on each elephant, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 ears. Clothes. We have 2 shirts with 2 happy faces and 2 weird pink things on the happy faces for some reason. Maybe there are 2 noses. 2 noses on the 2 happy faces. Birthdays. Oh, what just happened? 2 cakes. One has a 7 on it that's on fire, and the other has a burning circus. Everyone loves a burning circus, except for the burning monkeys. Being a tutu is mostly fun, but not always easy. For example, I used to have one special blanket, Tickly. I called it Tickly because, well, it would tickle. I kept forgetting Tickly at one house or the other, so I decided to rip him in half. I tried doing that with a teddy bear too, but that just became a nightmare. With Tickly, I could have one half at each house. Ouch, says Tickly as she rips it. And then it screams, "Ah!" It was okay in the end. I like the little house when I want peace and quiet. It's much easier to do my homework at the little house. Plus, my pet, Emily Jr., lives there. I named Emily after my friend Emily. I love playing with her. Here is why the big house is perfect for my sleepover. It has Sam, 14, David Michael, 7, and Charlie, 16, who could drive. That means he can get us late-night tacos and donuts. Emily Michelle is 2, is my little sister, and I get a bonus grandmother who wears, instead of earrings, she puts cherry gumdrops on her ears. So if we're ever hungry, just nibble on Nanny's earlobes. So that's 4 older siblings. There's also Christy, who's 13 and is the coolest big sister ever. And there's so much room. Look how big this room is! The 2 houses are very different, and I'm lucky to have both. We are going down the stairs and stepping onto our carpet made entirely of chocolate. Be very careful, make sure your feet aren't hot. Bye, guys. I'll see you on Monday. I don't know if I'll be there because my head is apparently on backwards, and I may have to go to the hospital. Bye. Hanny and her Fanny live across the street from Daddy's and can walk home. There she goes. Sometimes my arm goes into multiple phases and crosses dimensions. Here you can see it happening. Nancy lives across the street from Mommy's house. I have one best friend at each house. Once again, my arm has gone through 2 different phases. It is currently in the 4th dimension in 1856. Sometimes I wish Mommy and Daddy were still married to each other, but being a tutu isn't bad at all. Skip, skip, skip. Sometimes when I walk across the carpet, I like to leave white lines on them. Daddy, Elizabeth, I have something to ask you. What is it? Can I have a sleepover party for my friends, and can I have it here, please? They look at each other, and suddenly both grow blue antennas above their heads. Daddy and Elizabeth are talking with their eyes, and wiggling their ears, and growing longer teeth. I can always tell. I don't see why not. I do, but I won't say anything. Yay! I'm in a trance. So now she's in a trance. All right. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Elizabeth. I can't wait to tell my friends Monday cannot come soon enough.